Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome to this channel. First, let me just say Happy New Year to all. I hope everybody had a great time. I hope everybody got home safe. And for our first video, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers United UN-12 Jazz. So since I don't have the box to show off, let's get into the figure. So this is Jazz in his vehicle mode, and due to licensing, I can't really say or confirm what vehicle this is until Hasbro and Chikara gets it. But I will walk through what I believe it is, and it's all hearsay. So we have the front of the vehicle. It's like a pearl white. We have these dark blue, maybe like a denim blue. We have the red stripe. We have the Autobot symbol. You can focus on it. You have the Autobot symbol. We have the same stripe going up the side of the doors. We have the number 4 on that side. And on that side, we have the silver rims. The eyes are painted blue, and the signal lights are painted blue with the gray or silver grill for the mouth. And we have the underneath the car. So, what I believe this vehicle is, it's a combination between the Pontiac Solstice and a couple of other vehicles. So from the front, this front clip, the eyes, the mouth, and this lip, which keeps downdraft towards the ground, is from a Pontiac Solstice. The rest of this car could be a Solstice as well because it has the same profile, but if we were to choose something a little bit more similar, I'm going to go with like a 2008 Mustang GT. But a Mustang is much wider than this, of course, but I'm just throwing that out there. But what got me puzzled was the back, because it seems like this is like a hatchback kind of deal. Hatchbacks are normally a 5-door vehicle and not a 2-door vehicle. So it's either a combination of some sort. So I decided to go with a customized 2009 Pontiac Solstice GXP Coupe. It has a choice between a 5-speed automatic, or you can choose a 5-speed manual. It could do 0 through 60 in 6.3 seconds, or 0 through 100 in 13.1 seconds, a top speed of 150 miles an hour. It was produced between 2005 and 2010, which puts it right in the middle when the first live-action Transformers movie that came out in 2007. Now, if this turned out to be like a SUV or a hatchback, you would add more weight to it, and the time speed will be slower. So take that in for granted. But let's get into the first gimmick. The first gimmick is behind the 2 doors. And I believe this car can fit somewhere between 2 to 4 people. Normally, maybe 5. But I think 4 will probably be the most. So you just unpack these doors. And on this hinge, you have these. You have the speaker here, and you can just bring it up on a hinge. It's going to collapse the window. You can bring that forward. You plug that in to this hole right here, and just give it a squeeze. Same thing on this side. Pull that out, and you just want to flip it up on the window. Bring the speaker out, like so. And the overall color is like a pearl white, if I didn't mention it, and it has the number 4 on it. So you have these speakers, and you can arrange them however you see fit. So you have that going on. And to give you something else to look forward to in my videos, we're going to bring in Soundwave, his arch nemesis. And these two would normally duke it out in the Transformers movie right before they added Blaster to the mix. So these two guys will go into it. all the time. So look forward for this video. It's upcoming. So you have that. So we're going to fold this back into place. I'm going to open the door. Again, we're going to flip this back, and it's going to fill in the window. Let me see if I can get it. You're going to fill in the window. You bring this up on this bar here, and you flip it down. Flip it inwards. And we're going to show off the other gimmick once we get to it. So it should be something like that. Oh, nope, sorry. My goodness. Should be like this. It should be folded inwards where the mirror is. And you just close it in there. Let's try a little better on this side. Just fold the window over. And just give it a squeeze, and this is what you have. So let's start with the transformation. But before we get into that, we have this comparison here. That's why I lined them up before we do that. So we have number 26, Mirage. We have number 38, Smokescreen, and we have 539 for Wheeljack. So we have a Porsche, we have an Indy car, we have a Datsun / NASCAR type of deal, and we have a, I forgot what the word for it, another type of race car. So let's get into the transformation. So what you want to do is you could bring these arms up. So you just go in here. They don't plug in. You just bring them up. Okay, so you bring this up. Like that. We'll come back to it. You open up the door once again. Like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Like that. So you should have something like this. Next, we are going to pull forward on the hardtop, and we're going to pull back on the rear end, unlocking itself. So you should have something like that. Next is we're going to fold down the legs. So we're going to bring the legs out, like so, and we're going to bend them at the waist. And there's two types of transformations for this. We're going to split the legs open, and we're going to bring this leg down, the lower leg. So you should have something like that. And we want to flip around the feet. And this piece should fill in that gap. But if anything goes wrong, just go back, because I forgot to pull this heel spur back in. So now, bring this leg all the way back. And then we bring the foot forward. And then so you have that. We'll get back to this in a second. Same thing on the other side. You want to bring the lower leg out. Want to pull the lower leg down. You can arrange this straight. You want to rotate the feet. Like, fold this around. And then we want to unfold the heel spur like that. And you want to push the foot back just a little bit just to cover that gap. So you should have something like this. Let's focus on the top. We want to bring it out, and they clip together. These two things, they clip together. So we're going to remove the gun from underneath. We'll get back to that. And we're going to fold these apart. And they clip together into this little hole here. This is the other side on the opposite. And you just want to bring that out. So it has that. And you have this automorph gimmick, which we'll talk about in a second. And you just bring that up. It pops the head up. Now, it doesn't clip into anything. It's just there. But we'll talk about that in a second. You bring the arms down like so. Same thing on this side. Like so. You want to orientate the hands so that they face you. Move the hands until they face your way. And that is what I'm talking about. And I think that's about it. I think that's about it for the transformation. Don't think I need to do anything. So there you have it. You have your United Jazz. Trying to get him to stand properly. So there you go. And we're going to give it another comparison with his buddy. His arch nemesis. That doesn't look too bad. It really doesn't. Now we're getting a new one. I believe it's already been released. But officially this is supposed to be released in April. But who knows. So let's get a close-up. Now, this is more designed towards the G1 toy, and that's why the wheels are still on the shoulders. But on the new one, they have finally figured out how to make the wheels disappear inside of the chest. So it's probably on like a double hinge, and you fold the wheel away, and the arm comes down, type of deal. You have this wheel on the bottom where his foot is, which is fine. Now the feet are in the wrong spot. It could have had an extra transformation where you can shift the wheel, the feet back just a little bit, just a taste, just a little bit, because these things right here on the inside, these two things are supposed to be his real feet, and they're supposed to flip up to fill in this gap. So I can't do it on this because there's a thing stopping it, but this piece is supposed to flip upwards, creating like a ramp, or I don't know, a triangle type of deal. I hope I'm not explaining that wrong, but it's supposed to be like a ramp going up his leg, and that's the design on the original. You have chest, picked out in silver. Feet are silver. These little pieces right here are silver. Let me see. You get a close up on his face. Here you go. It's silver with the blue visor. And another thing that is missing from this piece is a shoulder cannon that's supposed to go over his right shoulder. It's missing, but let's get into his accessory. You only get one. And it simply folds out. And it plugs in. And there you have your gun. And you can put it in the other hand, doesn't matter. I normally put it in the opposite of wherever the shoulder cannon goes. And this could have needed a clip or something. There should be a clip holding this down so it wouldn't move up and down. And you still have the option of deploying the speakers. So you can bring the speakers out again. One more time. Same thing on the other side. And you know, he has two weapons that you can use. You can either make them dizzy, how about you? So there you have it. So you have that kind of deal. Now the backpack, so this nice backpack. The feet, these back pieces, they just fold up on the back of his legs, which is fine. And you can manage these lower legs to how you see fit. You can make them shorter, you can make them taller, which is a nice thing to put in there. Right, so let's get into articulation so we can end. So if we were to bring those back, there's a limit on the arm. And you need to hold down the front chassis to do this. And it has a limit about that far straight and that far back due to the door. The elbow less than 90 degrees, but you can fix that. But we have this orientation of the shoulder. Waist articulation. Oh, sorry. You have to move the see, this is the thing that stops it. I'm not going to cut this out. Right, so there you go. And same thing on the opposite side. Now the backpack doesn't plug into anything back there, so you have free movement of the waist. And for the legs, you can go about that far out. You can bring the leg all the way up, which is really far. We have double knee, which brings the leg back all the way back this way. And if you want to see the other side, because of the backpack, it's going to stop the thigh from moving, but you can still move the back leg the lower leg from the lower leg moving back. You can still do that. Bicep swivel. The feet are on a rocker kind of sort of deal, but it's meant for the transformation, but you could use this as a rocker. And if anything else, let me see, bicep. Yeah, we have bicep swivel. And I believe that is it. So this one, we're gonna bring these speakers up. So we arrange this. There you go. And by far, this is the best version of Jazz we're going to get until we get a license. But there is an update. Hasbro and Takara announced that they're going to be making 7 more Masterpiece figures. So we have to just cross our fingers and hope that we get one this year. If not, we just going to have to wait. So let's bring in Earthrise, Soundwave. Give you that final comparison again. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, leave me some comments or suggestions, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.